Ramesses or Harald, who should be in your primary water march? What is up, my friends? My name is Echo and welcome back to the channel where we're breaking down your water march. So many people start with water inside of Infinity Kingdom and you're always wondering, what should your primary march look like? And now I'm going to break it down to some of the questions that we've been getting here and show you what I'm actually using right now for myself. And sometimes I do break the rules. Now, people have been asking me, should I be using Ramesses or Harald in my primary water march? Worth noting here, Ramesses is one that you could pick up via the shop. And by the way, if you missed yesterday's video, I did put out a spender's guide showing you guys some of the best ways to spend your money inside of Infinity Kingdom if you decide to spend. But you can also get Harald for free over in the arena, or at least you were able to. The previous 30 days in the insignia shop, Richard was not Richard, it was Harald in that position. I picked him up there for free, spending my insignia here in the shop. Right now I'm working on Cleopatra. So thinking of it like that, you could pick up Harald for free just from grinding out in the arena, while Ramesses, you have to come on over here to the special bundles, and he's going to be a $50 bundle. But the question is, who is better, right? Now, if you come on over to the game, if you click on your icon, if you go to assistance, click on unit, this will take you to a really nice page that can give you some guidance inside of the game. Now, this is all opinion though. You have your different units and your different marches. So we're going to look at the water march right here. This is showing us that recommended when you start the game would be using Harald, Brynn, Merlin, and Helen of Troy. Harald you can get for free. Merlin you could pick up from buying the initial builder inside of the game. He comes with that for free. But moving on to more end game, they say that it's better off if you're using Attila, Ramesses, Merlin, and Yoshi, right? I don't have Yoshi yet in my lineup. We're still going with Helen of Troy. But the question is, what's the best? And Attila, how do you even get Attila? Let me show you that really quickly. It is the second best purchase inside of the game. We talked about this yesterday in that video. If you missed it, go watch it. It will give you some guidance so you don't waste your money. Right here, if you buy all three of these packs one time, which is a $6 value, you can then go to the redeem shop, and right where the market guy is over there, he's saying, holding that coin saying, okay. Right there, if you buy all three of those packs in one day, you can, for one time only, unlock one of these 4 Immortals for that $6. There's no, you don't have to worry about any of these little golden things that you would grab. You would just unlock one of them. That's how you would get Attila. So you can get Attila for $6, and he is one that you should have in your primary water march. So basically, $6, you're getting yourself an epic that you can then upgrade right here over in the market or over here in the Mysterium over time if you're not looking to upgrade so quickly. Or you can spend money every single day and get more of those upgrade shards, which is cool. You can do that too. But let's actually look at the Immortals. As you can see, I'm running Merlin, I'm running Ramesses, I'm running Attila, and until I get Yoshi in the backfield, we're going to be running Helen, who I have max starred, aka max diamond right now. Notice Harald, he's in my secondary march. I'm not focusing on him much at all. While most people will say that Harald is better for your primary march. If you talk to most people are going to say that you should be using Harald instead of Ramesses. Now, let's look at why. Let's look at these skills right here. Inflicts physical damage rate of 120% on a target enemy row, reducing the physical defense by 10.5%, and has a 55% chance of suffocating them, inflicting physical damage rate of 90% on that enemy for 3 seconds and for 6 seconds. So the damage increase will go up as you upgrade. Continuous damage rate will go up from 90% all the way to 300%, and the defense down from 10.5 to 35. So you have 3 different skills that are basically happening inside of this one for Ramesses. No, not for Ramesses, for Harald. People like this. Even when you're going in as blue and you have the upgrade to Spearman, because this isn't going to be using Spearman. He doesn't rock the Spearman. He runs along with the Shieldman. So you would be losing the 5% buff on Spearman to be using Shieldman if you decide to go with Harald. Now, 5%, that's very small. Most people think that the value you get from Harald is better, plus he's free if you don't want to spend inside of the game. But me, I've chosen differently. I've chosen to go off the beaten path and go with a different one as Ramesses. Now, although he's being said that he is not as good as Harald, he is still getting that 5% buff because he does use Spearman, which Spearman, if you're blue, are going to be giving you that buff, right? You're going to be getting that 5% buff. But his skill, let's take a look, inflicts physical damage, a damage factor of 132% on enemy targets directly ahead, and disarms them so that their damage decreases by 8% for 6 seconds. The damage rate goes from 99% all the way to 330%, which is a little bit higher. Reduced damage from 6% all the way up to 20% when you max star him. Now, obviously, you guys can fill in these other positions here with what you choose. Remember, you're going to be using the Tower of Knowledge to learn skills that you can then allocate inside of your Immortals. But man, I personally, and I'll show you my march right here. There it is. I like using Ramesses. Now, balance changes play into this, correct? Balance changes come inside of the game all the time. So this is what I'm thinking. If every single water march is the same, if everyone is using Merlin, Yoshi in the back, using Attila up front, and then going with Harald in the front, then there could be some type of balance changes. And very easily, I could see Harald being nerfed or Ramesses being buffed. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to beat them to that punch. I am predicting that Ramesses is either going to get a buff or Harald in time is going to get a nerf. So I'm going with Ramesses. Either way, you are going to have a beautiful march that you can use until the end game. Remember, in the early game of Infinity Kingdom, you just want to be able to go after the biggest gnomes that you can to get the most amount of rewards. So like right now, if I were to go search for some gnomes, I could take down a level 20 gnome pretty much no problem. Let's see here. We're going to actually make it so we don't lose any troops. And remember to use your skills here, whatever, your buffs here when they're available. They are always regenerating themselves. So we're going to go and attack. This is great because I use this with my Immortals. I go after the higher level gnomes when I could use that no troops will die buff, because, you know, you try and push up, get more gnomes for more rewards, more XP, and just to continuously progress to higher level gnomes. So we're going to go, we get this hit. Notice I am using my primary march. Also, notice 0 troops were lost. Now, if we look at my other marches available, my second one is the one that has Harald. He's very low level. That's a low level march. I don't really go after gnomes at all with that unless I'm trying to get my gnome limit in during the day and I just don't have a lot of time. But now what I'll do is I'll come over here and I'll go after a level, let's say a level 17 gnome, because I don't want to take massive losses. I'm going to attack. I'm going to use right here this talent, Lord Talents, that's what they're called, because this is going to give me double 100% XP bonus. I'm going to use this. We're going to attack. This is something that's going to allow me to get more XP more quickly and upgrade my Immortals just faster. So always use these. Don't let them sit. Don't let them expire. Just use them every single day. By the way, check out who we have around us. We got Clash with Eric, Team McVenom. We have Ocelot and Clashing Duke, all good friends of mine from the Clash of Clans world, the State of Survival world, all here together inside of Infinity Kingdom. You guys should come too. My download links are in the description of this video for BlueStacks and for mobile. Definitely join up. Those links support me, so thank you very much. And now we're here. I mean, now I'm on this little grind, so I want to go after a couple more gnomes here. We're going to, again, go with the XP buff. We're going to attack for that 99 march. And that's it. So what do you guys think? What are you using in your water march? Now remember, in the beginning of the game, let me show you actually, when you first start the game, you're going to be going, if you spend the $4.99, which you definitely should if you're going to spend inside of the game, $4.99 to get that extra builder 100%. You're going to be going with Merlin and Helen. Those are going to be your two backline Immortals. Helen is going to be available, so you can basically max her from the event when you just join up the game. Then your frontline Immortals are going to be Brynn. Brynn is going to be right up front. She's going to be basically holding it down with the cavalry in the beginning until you unlock epics. And of course, you're going to be using Lancelot. If I could find Lancelot, here he is. Lancelot, I used as my frontline man, using the cavalry as well early on inside of the game. So you have basically 2 cavalry troops, or Immortals, which is a nice combination in putting them together. Once you get the epics though, then you're going to want to remove these guys and you're going to want to replace them with someone like Ramesses, Attila, and Harald. Now, should you run maybe Harald and Ramesses and not Attila? I personally really like Attila. Let's take a look at his skills really quickly. Knocks up all enemy targets within the fan-shaped zone before you, inflicting massive physical damage, rate of 92%. Has a 20% chance of silencing them so they cannot gain energy or use skills for 4 seconds. So it basically freezes them in their place. And the damage is going to go from 69% to 230%, silencing rate from 15 to 50%. So that is pretty massive. And notice we do have Attila the Hun 1-starred, trying to get him higher. It takes some time. So for me, that's my march. The reason I like to do it is I like to have the strongest march possible to go after as many of these gnomes as I can to get the rewards to upgrade. The higher the level gnomes you're getting, the more you're getting for your AP, your action points when you're marching. Don't waste your action points on baby gnomes. Go after those big ones. I hope that this guide was kind of informative for you. I hope that you can make a better choice now knowing what we share with you today. Let me know your thoughts down below. Is it going to be Ramesses or is it going to be Harald for you? I get the feeling many of you guys are going to go in the opposite direction of me and go with Harald, especially because Ramesses is a more expensive Immortal, where you can get Harald for free and Attila for $6. So basically for $11, you can get Attila and you can get Merlin. Then you could have Harald in front for free. And through the Alliance shop, once your Alliance hits level 9, you can come on over here to the shop and you'll be able to get Yoshi in the shop there again for free. So you can have a pretty inexpensive water march that is end game for you inside of Infinity Kingdom. What do you guys think? Hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you download the game using my links below and come back tomorrow for another IK video. Have a great day, family, and be good.